It's a joy to be with you. Those of you in the temple on this very rainy day, congratulations for getting yourself here. And those of you online, I welcome you also. I'm glad we can connect through the miles, through time and space. It's a wonderful way to begin a new year with you. It makes my heart really happy. So today's topic, because it is the new year, is how to begin a new year in a sacred way. We have an awareness that these are difficult times, perilous times. And so we ask ourselves, what should I do? What can I do? What is mine to do? Where do I begin? Where do we begin? How do we begin in a sacred way? The mystic Julian of Norwich said, begin with the heart. And a couple of scriptures to remind us from the Taittiriya Upanishad. Why begin with the heart? Well, that's where the Lord of love dwells, within you. They have attained the goal who realize Brahman, realize the ultimate supreme reality, the source of truth, wisdom, and boundless joy. They see this Lord in the cave of the heart, and they are granted all the blessings of life. Where should we go? Cave of the heart. What should we do? Pay attention. From the Hebrew Bible, the 23rd Psalm, the Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. So I don't know, month ago or something, I said, okay, we'll have 5 steps for entering the new year. And then as I got ready to put the message together, I thought, what were those 5 steps? So here's the ones that came. The first one we've already been practicing, which is to let your mind sink into your heart. To become fully present and to be aware that one reality, the Lord of love, dwells within you. It is the life of your life, the soul of your soul, the breath of your breath. No need to go looking for God. Just come home to God. Come home to yourself. Don't wander off in forgetfulness. Come home. Come home. Let your mind sink into your heart in divine remembrance. That's what I mean by that. Let the thinking mind have a rest. Come home to the heart, and in a very profound way, remember who you are. I came across this poem from a Buddhist master and poet, Shu Yun, who wrote, "This is an exquisite truth. Saints and ordinary folks are the same from the start. No use trying to become a saint. This is an exquisite truth. Saints and ordinary folks are the same from the start. Inquiring about a difference is like asking to borrow string when you've got a good strong rope. Every dharma is known in the heart. Every truth of your higher purpose in this life is already known in your heart. What you are to do now in 2026 and in this lifetime is already known in your heart. Some of you are saying, really? Really? Kind of walk through that together. So this poem offers truth for beginning in a sacred way, which is to start by remembering there's only one reality. If there's only one, you can't be outside of that. There's one wholeness. You can't be outside of wholeness. One reality that is omnipresent. Where else would you be? Where else would the Lord be? Omnipresent. You are that. So we begin in a sacred way with that divine remembrance that we are emanations of that single omnipresent reality. It can be no other way. Then we direct our attention beyond the mind, which is going to argue with that, and we let our awareness simply be immersed in spiritual truth. You let the mind go on with its arguments, but in the heart, you remember the truth. We have a good, strong rope of divine remembrance. And through spiritual remembrance, through spiritual understanding, we recognize what is ours to do. Our dharma, or our higher purpose, we recognize that it's already within us. It's already known to us. We may have been avoiding it for a while, but it's there. So approach the new year in a sacred way by embracing self-knowledge and self-remembrance. No one else can do this for us. And no one can take it away from us either. That's a powerful truth. So this way of making a sacred beginning is not about making goals for what we want to do or think we should do. We have plenty of those. And some of them are really good, but that's not what I'm speaking about in terms of starting the new year in a sacred way. There is one thing, we have many goals, but there is one thing for each of us that is in harmony with our higher purpose, that is now ready either to begin or to express more fully in this divine time. So there's one thing, something within you. I don't know what it is, but you do. That is either ready for you to begin to express or is urging you to more fully express now at this opportunity. Paramahansa Yogananda said at the new year, all the portals are open for you. So we feel that, unless we become too jaded about New Year. But feel it, that all the portals are open and that there is a divine purpose for you to be expressed. Either begin to express it or to express it more fully. And we already know what it is for us. And we already know, and we already feel the urge to express it. So, we just need to admit it. So admit it is like, let it in. Let it into your conscious awareness. Let it in fully. Embrace it. So step one, let your mind sink into your heart of divine remembrance and know that that reality of God within you is already emanating your inspiration for living in the highest way. And step two is summon the courage to know that you know. It's a lot easier perhaps to just say, I'm clueless. But really we're not. Are we? I don't think so. Afraid maybe. Timid, shy, distracted, but not clueless. It takes courage for us to open to higher possibilities in our life. So we have to summon the courage to know what we know. We may veer away from considering expansive possibilities for our life because we forget who we are. We forget that we're divine instruments. That's the point. We forget that whatever the divine impulse is, it is not personal. It's in the field of divine consciousness trying to come through you, but it's not something that you personally made up. It's a divine idea, a divine possibility that we open to. And it's not calling us because we are the best. But it calls to us to live in this higher way, in a fuller way, because that's in harmony with our dharma, our purpose in life. It's in alignment with this purpose to awaken more fully, spiritually, and to serve life. We're all here to do that. That's the big dharma, capital D dharma. We're here to wake up, know the spiritual truth, remember it, and serve life in whatever way we are called to serve life. So, it does take our talents and our abilities to do what we are called to do. But most importantly, it takes our willingness. Our willingness to know what we know, to hear that still small voice and listen to it, to know what we know. Life is always seeking willing instruments to fulfill its purpose of healing and blessing in the world. And we can cooperate with that or not. That's our choice. And sometimes we miss the opportunity that's calling us, but other times the invitation from life lingers. I've noticed in my life, sometimes for years, knocking on the door of my heart. Hey, are you ready yet? And so when an invitation to do something, that's been there for a while, and I have not responded to it other than to pretend that I haven't heard it, it's the strangest thing about human beings that we feel we can hide from God, even though God is our life. So when it keeps arising again and again, and I know it's time for me to stop resisting the call, I ask myself, do I have the courage now to stop pushing away what's trying to come forth? So that's what I mean about this being different, in a sense. It's not a goal that we think up that we should do, but it is something in harmony with the highest good that's already trying to come through you. And it's a matter of having the courage to know that and being willing to cooperate with it. So I ask myself, do I have faith that I will be guided each step of the way as I make this commitment that is scary to me, or that I know nothing about how I'm going to accomplish. And I ask myself, can you just drop your excuses? Because it's not thinking up a grand idea. It's saying yes to what is pressing on the heart already. Claiming that which has been with us all along. To know what you know and claim it with clarity and faith is the second step. So let your mind sink into the heart of divine remembrance, and then know what you know. Through all the distraction, know what you know. Step 3 is rouse your determination. Wake it up. Call upon your Icha Shakti. Icha Shakti is your divinely guided willpower. It's the divine energy and manifesting power within you. Paramahansa Yogananda said, make a new determination in the new year. My guru often said, do what you know you should do. That was hard, but so right on. And there's those great ones who have expressed aligning with this power of God within you. Jesus saying, not my will, but thine be done. Mother Teresa simply saying, be a pencil in the hand of God. I sort of like the spirit, it's more of kin to mine, of Saint Teresa of Avila, who frequently argued with the Lord. And so she said something like, okay, have it your way. So however we get there, it's fine. Besides our prayerful receptivity to divine inspiration, we also need this energy of soul determination to cooperate with the infinite, because we have to bring our energy to it. Not like that. Ready, bringing it forward. So even when we don't know how to do it, we don't know what will happen. We can't know what will happen. We're simply bringing forth a higher intention, and we're watching what happens. And we're staying committed and clear about that intention. We don't know what it will take. We don't know what will become of us along the way. And I've given many examples over the years of this poignant juncture at the new year, which I sort of call the delightful abyss. We look at the divine possibility of it. Knowing what we are called to do, but not knowing how to accomplish it. What is going to be required of us, or if it will work. My most recent example, you witnessed, most of you, was being inspired last year to take a year-long sabbatical. I like to call that my radical sabbatical, because I had the question, what would it be like after 40 plus years to completely let go of my work in the world? That was everything to me, is everything to me. What would it be like to step back, to let go? No news of the center, no communication with people at the center. no planning while I was away, no engaging in any kind of work while I was away, just being, letting go, just let go. How would that be? I wondered. What would happen to me? Would I be welcomed back? What would happen to the center? The community, the students, the disciples? Why would I do such a thing? Because my soul said, it's time. And what was the higher purpose of doing such a thing? It wasn't a vacation, I promise. It was a sabbatical. It was a soul pilgrimage time. It was a time for soul renewal, for deeper attunement, and for inviting creative energy and prospering of the center in a new way that I had no idea about. It was about supporting everyone, myself and all of the community, to grow spiritually stronger. Would it work? Would people still be here when I got back? I had no idea, really. I didn't know. How could I know? But I trusted the persistent inspiration. I listened and I trusted what I was being called to do. And I trusted the stellar team of ministers with Acharya Sundari at the lead to support the community. I trusted our talented and dedicated staff and leaders, and I trusted the community itself. I trusted what we're up to in this community that would hold us together and bring forth a greater spiritual awareness and attunement in that time. So I was willing to follow the call, and I was determined to see it through. Have I grown stronger and clearer? I think so. Has the community, this ministry, grown stronger and clearer? I think so. And I had to galvanize my fierce soul determination to do it. Not put it off, but do it. So rouse your spiritual, your soul determination. Name the inspiration that you have and declare it. I always like to do it as a sentence. This will be the year that, and then I fill in the blank. This will be the year that I take a sabbatical. This will be the year that we find a home for this community. This will be the year that I find healing with my brother. All those times I have said what the inspiration was that I had no idea how it was going to come about. And it actually seemed rather impossible to me. Wild. That's how you know it's big enough for God. And it's a wild idea that you don't know how to do, but you're willing and you rouse your determination. So think of this like an arc. You know, on the one end of the arc is your soul determination, your courage, and your divinely guided will. Then on the other side of the arc is surrender of self-will. And realizing that connection between soul determination and spiritual surrender is the key to skillfully expressing our Dharma. Because we don't know how it's going to come about. We can't force it. It's a living, moving revelation of spiritual grace and power. That's why we sign up for it, because that's what we want in our life. That's what we want our life to be, a living, moving expression, revelation of spiritual grace and power. Otherwise, it's just too boring and sad. So we say at the abyss of the new year, I have this calling in my heart, and I'm going to rise up and meet it this year. Are you with me? Okay. A couple of you in the back. That fierce determination that we have has to be tempered and balanced by surrendered devotion. We learn how to cooperate with what Spirit is bringing forth. It isn't a done deal. It isn't a done deal. I mean, I suppose in the mind of God it is, but in our minds, no, not a done deal. And it isn't a step by linear step. It's surrender, step, surrender, step, surrender, turn around, step, surrender, turn around again. It's a path like that. Pray, plan, act, let go, pray some more. It goes like that. We look for the linear trajectory. Forget about that. Know that it's a living, divinely unfolding path in your life. So we muster the fierce determination to take the first steps and stay open to how Spirit is leading us. That's the key. We make corrections then as we work in harmony with the infinite guiding us every day. We stay in touch with the source of the inspiration and the power to bring it forth. And we need willingness to face setbacks, disappointments, victories, accolades, or none, or criticism. We need willingness to just let that all go by without getting caught, without getting deterred, without getting lost, without getting separated from the purpose to serve life itself. Okay, so step 4, very practical, make it a priority. So even though you don't know how to do it, do something that supports it every day. Every day. Something that you enter into that stream every day. Find a way to tend it, to keep it present. It's not something to fit in when everything else is done, because then you'll never get to it. I know this. But if you tend it every day in some way, the Shakti, the divine energy of it, will move you forward with new guidance and new inspiration for implementation. Step 5 is stay in love. Stay in love. You say, wait a minute, I'm not in love. Of course you are. Love is all there is. The Beatles. And every scripture I can think of, love is all there is, and you are that. So stay in love. Don't lose the heart of why you want to do what you want to do. The divine inspiration pressing on your heart for this new year is your love assignment. Love has given you that assignment. I don't know what it is, but you do. It's your love assignment. And its pathway is joy, because joy is the nature of the soul itself. The Upanishads say from joy we come, in joy we live and move and have our being, and to joy we return. Joy is the nature of the soul. It's pathway of bringing forth your higher purpose, of saying yes to that, is a pathway of love and joy. Our Dharma being manifested is not going to happen through the force of self-will or grim determination. It doesn't work that way. In the most astounding way, think of this, in the most astounding way, we are all assigned now to love and joy in 2026. And those of you who are here, who are listening in, just know, hey, I got my assignment for 2026 to live in love and joy, and let that fuel the expression of higher purpose in my life. Can you sign up for that? It sweetens it, doesn't it? To know it's not about forcing, it's not about self-will, it's not about grimness. It's living the path of love and joy every day so that the light that you are will shine through and bless our world. So let us begin with the heart. Om.